Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'm run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck.
What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? Welcome to 2XP175. I don't know the intro because although we listen to Fame do it every week, I'm not really listening. No, I'm kidding. It's just three of us here today, enjoying ourselves. We're just gonna roll with it, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves, and we're gonna talk. So let's get into the intros of the most handsome man with the perfect glasses to shape his face and the most
Aaron.
exquisite mustache
Oh,
and the hair. Oh, the hair. Mwah!
only from the
Citizen
front.
Sn-
You can't look at the top. You
You
gotta
don't.
hide the
That's
top.
okay. You don't need to see the top. I'm short. I can't see the top of your head
That's
anyway.
true. That's true.
Citizen Snips. How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? I'm doing a okay. It's the middle of the week. I survived Monday and Tuesday. Survived today, so we're this close to the weekend, which is great.
Bring it on.
Gaming's been good. I've been making progress on my anime watching list. I'm surviving, and more importantly, all my Dallas sports ball teams are doing a okay. It's nice.
Look at you
It's good
go.
stuff.
The odds are in your favor this week. Now,
Preach.
if your DMs is full of nudes, this man has reached out to you. Baron is gonna slip a
What
nude into your DM.
what had happened was
What
it was
happened?
the wrong picture. The document was labeled important, and I totally whiffed it. No. How's it going, everybody? You know what? I'm not even gonna lie, it's New World season. But we're here to talk about something that made me put down New Worlds for a little bit. And I'm
That
ready to
happened.
get into that. So yeah, that happened. I definitely did not play much New World this morning.
What
This morning, because
this
yesterday
morning?
he played. Yeah, yeah. I'm, I'm the floor hugger. I'll be in Fame's role today. Make sure to Fame's in the chat right now. Show him some love. Poke him. Tell him how much you love him. And something big. The biggest game that's supposed to come out, but it was it delayed? Am I crazy? Was Battlefield delayed?
It was.
I
It
think
caught it. It was
slightly. Apparently
like a
not
month.
enough is what it looks
Oh
like.
yeah,
Oh,
and that's what I yeah.
okay. So I watched
Mm.
Jack Frags play a little bit. He's like top tier Battlefield player. What's going on here? Because I don't know exactly what's going on.
Okay. Did any of you guys get to play? Because I did. I
Mm-mm.
played a
Yep.
lot of it. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So at least I got up to rank 10, I believe. Um, I will say this. The game, if it would have, because I will only say it was supposed to originally come out this month, right? Not November. Um,
I think
I want
so.
to say it was like the October slate.
I think so too. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, it's bad in terms of like not being able to mark. The it pops like crazy. Like all of a sudden you'll be walking in like a tree will like lighting will cover you, but you're out in the field, and then like a light will go off like somebody threw a grenade or something, and it's still
Mm-hmm.
going, and it just looks like they would have did better to call it open alpha. They would if they would have called it
Yeah.
open alpha and not even trying to shoot it down because once again, like I said, I got to rank 10. I'm still butter sticks or silver sticks right now. And yep, the people who play shooters know what I'm talking about. So I put the time in and I'm having fun. It feels good to be playing Battlefield again, and then it's weird seeing people like grapple. They did the whole Halo Infinite grappling hook thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they
Oh,
brought back the mechanics that I felt was missing in terms of being able to customize because I like the recon class, being able to customize the recon. You can throw in just about any weapon on them. You get to put like anti-air equipment on the recon. So each class has a specific like specialty set.
mm,
Like if you want to pick not the assault, I forgot the it might be assault class. I forgot the exact title. There's four of them. Um, you get a grappling hook thing. So you're like running around shooting at somebody and then they just disappear. Like they
oh,
just latch out and like take off. And like it's like but then as the recon, you get an alert showing when somebody's close to you. So that's actually a really dope it doesn't tell you which way they are. It just goes from lighting green to lighting, I believe it's yellow, and then it goes red, like when somebody's on you.
oh,
Um
interesting.
at first I thought it was like somebody marked me and I was trying to get away, but not realizing it. There's maybe I didn't read the directions, but you know
Probably.
how normally when you jump into something, it kind of just lets you know, like as you go, especially when it's new.
Yeah.
No, I had to look a lot, and then the controller map's not visible in the menu. So you know how it took me forever to figure out what a basic tactical switch was, because I like to slide with my right thumbstick. So it took me forever to figure it out because as I went into the menu, all you see is the adjustments and there's a blank spot and there's nothing there.
That
I should have record. I don't know. Can you record it? I
yeah,
didn't even
it's
check.
open beta. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that seems like a huge
Yeah.
miss because we know these last few betas are technically they don't do anything. Nothing is going to change in this short amount of time. So that's the game you're getting when it's Battlefield's kind of been the bastion. So what do you think? Because you PC player too, so
So yeah, and I don't know. I haven't seen much from console people, so I don't know if console people are having
And
these
that's what I
kinds of
played it
issues
on.
as well, or if it's just PC. The only thing I saw as far as like live actual gameplay was a streamer I follow named Average Jonas, who I just saw like a 30-40 second clip of him playing, and in those 30 to 40 seconds, there were all kinds of artifacts, lighting issues, frame drops. His tank randomly like went up an object that wasn't there before, and then like fell through the map, and then he fell through the map,
oh my
and
god.
it's
It's bad.
scary
It's
given
bad.
the timeliness of when this game is supposed to release, because they're issues that can be fixed for sure, but they seem like optimization issues, which is fair in the PC world. Again, we've talked about this before. You've got almost an infinite combination of different hardware types that could all be assembled to run your game and technically be able to run your game, but your
Yeah.
game needs to be prepared for all of them. So it's a difficult thing. I'm not saying it's easy or anything like that, but if you're wanting to release your game next month, you should be much farther along in that process than you are. Especially because I know like the person I watched, I know he's not running on like low tier hardware. This man's very financially successful. This is his career, is playing games and streaming them and creating content. So he's
Yeah.
definitely got a really nice rig. So if he's
Yeah.
having trouble, it's like, we might be in for another delay, at least hopefully, because I'd rather have that than them release this game in this state and then like hang on for 4 months while we patch it, and then the cool fun game that you had, people get burnt out on waiting for it to be fixed, and then they don't want to play it even once it's good.
Yeah.
Because that is the thing about this game, is from what I've seen, you have a good game in your hands. You have a
Yeah.
game that's going to be fun. People are going to enjoy playing the heck out of it. Don't ruin that by releasing it as a buggy mess and then making them hate it for it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's where do these devs get this? Because Battlefield, let's be honest, I've just started playing Battlefield 5, ironically. Battlefield's been struggling for a while because a lot of people didn't like Battlefield 5 for various reasons. Some of them were like, this is 20, no, it's 2018, whenever that game came out. Like, get over yourself. If this game doesn't do well, what do you guys think is going to happen next to Battlefield? Because Battlefield has its core fan base no matter what, but the
Right.
casual people, I mean, Call of Duty's free.
You know what? I think they really shot themselves in the foot with the one thing that a lot of people are hype about, and that's what scares me, is the whole customizing
Oh, the game modes?
every server, the
Yeah.
different game modes, making anything possible.
Right.
It's great on paper. That is a great thing on paper, giving everybody access to everything. But the problem is you spread your base too thin, like especially during this holiday season. Now, if you release this in first quarter, the only major multiplayer shooter to drop in first quarter, you would get a longer lifespan out of it.
Oh, yeah.
But you're gonna make it to where by New Year's, it's gonna be hard to find just a regular conquest match. I hope I'm wrong.
No,
Like
you're
I'm
probably right.
saying this, yeah, like, and that's what scares me. I really hope I'm wrong because I just feel like they're gonna spread it so thin. Because I know plenty of people who love flying vehicles but hate the fact that rockets can take them down. I don't know
Yeah.
how many Battlefield 4 specialty servers no rockets. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Like, my one major defense against you flying in a helicopter getting 100 kills, you don't want me to use it and you like ban it from your server? Like, bro, come on,
But
man.
Which
that's
like
But
that's fine,
fair.
because the
yeah,
people who
yeah,
want
because
that
it's
can go
theirs.
there, and the people
Yeah.
who don't want that don't have to go there.
And
But when
because,
you make that the core of your game, that
yeah.
that level of customization,
I think they can crack down on it more because I know on PC you have to still buy servers on some
yeah,
Battlefield
Mhm.
3
even
you still
Battlefield
can.
4 console, yeah,
Yeah, you just have to buy servers. So if it's provided, they can come in and go, no, you can't do that. And if they don't allow the option to get servers, which is another big problem because then people will be like, you kill my creativity. I think like Halo, this game got to be pushed back. And I love Battlefield,
Oh
but I can't play
yeah,
it, and I can't justify this.
it's bad, dude. Like
Well,
all
and
jokes
this,
aside, it's pretty bad.
from what I've seen, this makes Halo look like Halo's like should have released
Perfect.
yesterday.
Yeah.
it
Yes,
looks like it's ready to go.
Yeah.
the
'Cause
complaints.
yeah,
Oh my god, bro, it's so wild thinking about that. That
I don't know.
like people were complaining about popping in an area that you probably could never
You're
go
not even
to
gonna
in the
look
game.
at.
Yeah,
And then here with this one, you're literally like I'm tracking a plane with my lock on rocket,
and it's gone.
and the plane disappeared. Like it literally does like the
It's not good.
grudge and starts pop locking and disappears. And I'm like, what the heck? Or like you'll lock on, and then people are already taking advantage of it. They'll like dry drop and like make the rocket pass. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, bro, you're not that good. You're not that good of a pilot. Like, no way.
That's funny.
And
Dude.
oh my god, yeah,
Uh,
it's oof.
Hustle
So to
asks,
me,
how's
I
the
guess.
gunplay? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, that's a good question actually. I do want to hear
Yeah.
his answer to that.
How's the gunplay?
It
Sounds
is it's fun. I'll give you that. I felt like my shots weren't registering a little bit. I wasn't tripping too much on that because I probably was missing, and I didn't know how to attach scopes to my gun. I thought there were things you had to unlock.
Hmm.
Well, the way it's set up now is you get in the combat like adjustments
a
on the
HUD.
fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Okay.
You get a HUD on the fly, and you just you hold down LB on the Xbox controller, and it pops up this menu, and you got to use the buttons, the Y, A, X, B, or whatever, and you got to use that in order to swap and adjust your weapons. I didn't know that until my second playthrough. The only game mode that's active right now is objectives. It's Conquest. That's the only thing that's available right now, at least from what I've been given access to. Then again, I'm playing off of the Game Pass access. I did not pre-order the game because I'm a little worried about it. Like I'm gonna
Justifiably
wait.
so, from what you're telling us.
Yeah, even before this, I just the idea that they were leaning in so heavy on the server customization, like even during their presentation, that was the main point they were pushing. And even though that's fun and all, and I'm not against the fun and creativity, but from day one, you're spreading your fan base out, your player base extremely thin from jump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know. For me, I feel like because I haven't played a Battlefield in a very long time.
Got you.
The last one that I really like vividly remember putting in just a crap ton of time into was way back in Battlefield 1942.
Oh,
Like
Ooh.
great game.
that was me and my cousin would go to internet cafe and we'd sit there for 8 hours until his mom would yell at us to come back. And we'd just play Battlefield 1942. And what really like made it stand out to me as far as versus COD, which by the way, COD has a very strong, deep esports scene to support that game as well. So they're always going to get some sort of success just from that. And then, but Battlefield was more like COD was my fast-paced action FPS. Battlefield was war. It was massive scale battles. It was vehicles. It was large environments. It was getting to see that chaos of those, like 50 versus 50 massive map battles where it didn't feel like there were 50 people because the map was so huge, like you
Yep.
barely saw anyone. But that's what Battlefield was to me. I think if they struggle with this release, this is their sign to like you need to differentiate, you need to double down, you need to make yourself that. And flesh that out as much as you can if you want to carve out your space. Otherwise, COD's just going to eat you alive because you don't
Yep.
have that esports platform to sustain you. You don't have a fully franchised league that teams paid several tens of millions of dollars for their spot in. That even if you release your game and it's not the best and they don't really like it, too bad. We're playing a whole freaking season with it because
Yep.
a lot of money's been invested and we're gonna
Yeah.
go. So
It's just, I think our biggest warning sign was probably how fast they gave up on Firestorm, which was the battle royale mode. Like they announced it and went, like they gave on that so quick.
And I think that might not be the worst idea either, because Warzone kind of beat you to it again.
Yeah,
I
they
think
run that.
you need to make it. You can't do this. If you want to do battle royale, you need to do it in some weird way that nobody's ever done before, like 10-man squads or some crap like that. Like make it different.
War. Like make it war. Like lean into that. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea.
But that's what, and I know there's all sorts of challenges that come with that, as far as the hardware, the servers necessary to make that kind of stuff happen. But honestly, I feel like if that's going to be your route that you want to go, and I think it can be successful, I'm less worried about top tier graphics. Like I'm okay with your game not looking as pretty as Call of Duty if you give me a completely different experience that I can't have there, and you pull it off well. I feel like that could be its own amount of fun, because everybody loves a game that looks pretty, but at the end of the day, a game isn't good just because it looks pretty. So either make it pretty and give it the substance to back it up, or forget about being pretty, focus on the substance if that's what you need for something this kind of large scale, and you could still make that work, man. I feel like that'd be really cool.
As pretty as it is, if Red Dead didn't have the writing behind it, nobody would care about it.
Nope, especially with that tanky movement.
They put so much animation into Red Dead that it's over animated, and I'm like, how do you do that? I love it.
Did you make this too real?
Too real. Too real.
Why does Arthur have arthritis? No,
tuberculosis or the black lung or something. Yeah, all those things.
Like, is Arthur singing? My shooting speed went down because it's cold.
I will say one of the things I really liked about Red Dead 2 was the ability that game had to pull me into a quest without me realizing I was getting pulled into a quest or like a mission or whatever. I'd be like, you slide out. Me. Like it was there's one scene in particular that sticks out to me. It was I rode into like the big like urban city, I forget what they call it. It's supposed to be like I think Saint Denis is supposed to be like New Orleans or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm riding through the town on my horse for the first time, just kind of looking around, and I hear some kid just pop off at me from the side of the road. He's like, "Hey, mister, go F yourself." And I was like, "Skirt!" Like I slammed the brakes on my horse. So I turned and looked, like, "I know you ain't talking to me." And he said something else. Like, "Oh no, man, this isn't the game to do that." I hop off my horse. I start following him. He takes off down an alley, and I'm like, hell no. Like, I'm chasing you down. So I take off after him down an alley. He dips around the corner, and then 3 dudes step out, and, like, one of them puts a gun in my face. And I'm like, you bastards. I was like, you pulled me into a mini event when I thought I was just messing with an NPC. Like, I got caught when I was trying to do the get.
Have you ever been robbed at a train? Or not a train, a bridge, like where you like walking across a bridge.
Oh yeah.
And then like everybody pops out. I was like, whoa. Oh,
little mini events like that. I think those were like a really nice touch. I was like,
they know how to organically.
I'm usually
put
pretty
stuff
good
in
about
there.
noticing this stuff, but you guys got me with this one.
I will say, if you're a fan of Red Dead, I know we'll get back to Battlefield in a second. Fan of Red Dead, and you're a fan of the things that are like still hidden, the Strange Man YouTube channel, he just figured out, or I don't know if it's a man or a woman, just figured out the secret of Gertrude Braithwaite's numbers, and that's been the secret since the game came out, and they figured it out. So, and they do that every week. They find new stuff, and there's people always finding new stuff in GTA too, so there's a lot of hidden stuff in those games. It's so good.
One of the things that kept me in it towards the end was the hunting like achievements. Like I wanted to go skin every animal and hunt all the legendaries. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah. I stopped at
that's
chapter
all
2.
I do. I have not progressed past chapter 2 because somebody made the mistake of telling me that once you get to a certain chapter, I was like, wait, huh?
Well, like where you can immediately
change.
Have Arthur smoke a cigarette after every mission, and then for those that know, you'll know why.
Whoa.
What?
Because
no, you're not gonna make me replay this whole freaking game. No.
Okay, for those, Red Dead has been out. So Arthur contracts tuberculosis, and when they put it in when he smokes and he has tuberculosis, he starts coughing after. But most people don't know that because they don't smoke the cigarettes. So that was your first sign that he has tuberculosis, because as soon as he contracts it, even before he knows, he'll start coughing every time he smokes.
See the little stuff, man.
Yeah.
Nice touch.
And you know what I liked about it is the shooting mechanics reminded me of GTA 4.
Yeah, they did.
And I love people crap on GTA 4 all the time. I I loved the shooting. Like I used to just shoot people in the legs and watch them stumble, and then bro, it was the best. Or watching them trip off the curb, like something as small as that, and watching that false step, and then the characters
Yeah.
like stumble. Dude, that was the best. I was like, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever seen in a video game, and people are crapping on it. And then it makes it into Red Dead, and they love it.
I will say, I don't know about for the online multiplayer. I don't know if I'd like it there, but for the single player experience, the like weapon firing combat system, I don't think you could find a better way to like shape it for that type of game.
Oh, it's
With
the
the
exact
like the
same in
Deadeye part
online.
and everything, like that was so nice, and like
Oh.
how to
The Deadeye
like
doesn't
how
slow
you're
down,
often in
but
these
it's
30
exact
versus
same.
1 situations and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is how this should play. Otherwise, I'm gonna get way too frustrated. Like this is a good blend of challenge and making me feel like a badass when I pull something cool off.
I will say the Deadeye does not stop like it does in the main, but you can mark people and shoot them, but it's the exact same. Everything, the
Okay.
world is the
Ooh.
exact same.
See, when I first started running the online, it was before they really got a hold of it.
Oh, they
It
still
was
haven't, don't
like
worry.
that. The
It's still
animal spawns were crap. Like I was like, I just want to hunt. I
We're
just
working
want
on
to
GTA
hunt.
5.
the animal
Yeah.
spawn
Oh, God.
the animal spawns are better, but now the animals are like a little more aggressive, so you always encounter wolves and you'll
Mhm.
have an elk that'll chase your ass down. I've been rammed by
That's kinda
so many
terrifying.
elk. But
Bro,
this is the thing. We're talking about a game that released 2019, 2018, something like that.
How long
Because
ago was that?
it's been a while. And we're talking about it because it has online as well. But it's more fun than Battlefield right now. Battlefield's
yeah,
it's got issues with
Okay.
it.
2018. October 26,
when
2018, so almost a
Holy
year
crap.
or 3 years ago.
Holy
Wow.
crap.
And we still don't have Undead Nightmare.
Oh, that'll
Shame
never
on
come.
them.
That'll never ever come.
Shame. That was a whole game mode. I
It
legit
was.
went and rebought the special Undead Nightmare edition
Yeah.
of Red Dead
The
Redemption that
standalone,
came
yep.
with the. Yeah, look,
They have Halloween events. That's what.
Breathe, Baron, breathe.
Yeah.
it was so fun. It was a whole story. It was wasn't there a zombie bear?
Yeah.
There is a zombie bear. Yeah, it's
Yep.
one of
Oh,
the. I think it's one of the legendary animals.
Everything's a
God,
zombie.
like, I just. I used to play the multiplayer a lot too on PlayStation 3.
Multiplayer
Now that I
was
think
so
about
good.
it, I used to play it a lot. But
Yeah.
but back to Battlefield, right?
Yes, what we're supposed to be talking about.
But it's
So-
such a, ugh, when you talk about it.
The thing that makes it so is the fact that it's supposed to be releasing in less than what 5 weeks? Is it
That's a little
5 weeks?
scary.
It's
Like that.
it's not a small company either. That's why I think a lot of people are upset. It could be like if it was an indie, okay,
yeah.
I wouldn't be happy about it, but you're not also charging me $80 for an indie. But for
Yep.
a DICE, EA, AAA experience,
And that has to fall on the decision makers at the organization. It's not individual devs' fault. They've unless you can show me a video of like a week straight of every dev that works for that studio just like laying in their office, sleeping at their desk, like "F
Yep.
you, I'm not working today." Like then okay, yeah, it's the devs' fault. How dare you?
I'm not making this game.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's the decision makers.
Yeah.
It's everything's driven by profits. They're so worried about their numbers. They're so worried about the holiday sales window. I get it, but man, just
we know
release
EA
a
is not a
finished
bastion.
game, please.
EA is not a bastion of great decisions, and as much as this
Fact.
game has grown on me, Mass Effect Andromeda is probably one of the most tragic stories of gaming. Because that, I'm hoping Mass Effect and Dragon Age are gonna be so good. Like,
I never finished Andromeda, and I'm torn between. I felt like I was like 60-ish% of the way through the game.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm gonna go back and finish it, I'm just gonna go back and resume my play and finish it. But I feel like it's been so long, I need to start over. But I'm like, if I start over, I'm never gonna. I don't think.
Yeah, we're gonna. It's not
It has the
gonna
best
happen.
combat of the series, but yeah, that story
I
lacks.
remember enjoying the combat and stuff. It was every Mass Effect had its tedious things, like the scanning
Yeah.
planets or farming. For me, it was the when you land on a new planet or a new settlement, like going to do all the little outpost missions and stuff.
Ugh,
It felt
yeah.
so dumb and so unnecessary. It felt like such a chore to me. I was like, I am not enjoying this, and it's ruining my game experience, and I don't want to play this anymore.
It's not
Yeah.
fun, my lord.
Yeah.
Milord, it's not. And speaking of another game, another AAA experience that is kind
Oh.
of lacking. At least some people are having fun, but the people I've talked to, especially on PC, are not happy with Far Cry.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's not where I
really?
thought that was going.
Yeah, me
No.
neither. I was
I thought
not
you were
ready
about to
for
say
that.
Halo.
Oh
Yeah.
no. We've talked about
Um,
Halo a lot. Far Cry, apparently it's not optimized
Oh.
on some PCs, but we've talked about that.
Yeah.
But it's really really bad on some PCs where
Rough couple weeks for PC gaming with upcoming titles and newly released titles, man.
it has
Uh,
been.
Where's
you
my
know,
optimization, man?
I don't know. The game start on PC, you think they'd be able to run on PC.
that's and as somebody who knows not anything at all about development, like was always my natural thought. Like, oh, it's always mouse and keyboard first, and then they push it to
I don't know
control.
if it's just because of how the development cycle works, and if we had a dev here to tell us more, they might be able to kind of shed some light on this. But
Tell me more.
it
Tell me
seems
more.
like they're just saving the optimization for the end.
Yeah.
Like that's the last thing we'll try and cram in, like after we get all this other stuff and figure out all our textures and our narrative and all this other crap. When I feel like that should be, and I don't know, I feel like it should be a part of the process the whole time. But maybe because it's constantly changing, that constantly changes the optimization too. So maybe it is better to save it for last. But
Mm.
last shouldn't be
2 weeks
like
before it
The
comes
week
when
out.
I've
before?
released a beta and 2 weeks before the game comes out. Yeah, last should be like we're ready to ship in 2 months. Like let's put the
start
final
optimizing.
cross our T's, dot our I's, and we're good to go.
And you think
Um,
Ubisoft would especially take care because Far Cry Baron reached into the dark depths of my mind and reminded me of Far Cry Primal, and I was like, that was a game. Oh my god,
was
they went back
very
to the
well.
dinosaur
forgot
era
about
for
it.
that. Like Far
That
Cry
was a
is
very well.
a struggling series. Far Cry 5, Far Cry 6 was nope, Far Cry 4 was the last one I played. Far Cry 5 was a lot of people liked it, but a lot of people more hated it. This
3
went
is the last one I've played.
That's what.
was
Oh,
so good.
that was. I think 4. No. Yeah, 4 was with Pagan Men, right?
Yep.
Then yes, that was the last one I played, and I do not believe I beat it. Um,
You can beat it in
it
15 minutes.
I did beat it that way. I for sure ended the game that way. Um, I will say with Far Cry for me, I would need to hear something really extremely different for me to like
Yeah.
go out day one to want to buy one. Like I would need a like some
think that's
mechanic that's
all
off the
Ubisoft
wall.
games for you though, because they're all the same kind of.
I will say, like when I've seen like the trailers for 4 or 5 and now this new one, or like the gameplay, I don't see enough different to make me feel like,
Yeah.
oh, there's something new I might experience if I go play this, other than like, oh, now I have like a tiny doggy. But it's like gameplay wise, it seems like the formula has been like exactly the same, and it's always like, oh, random stranger in land of like internal strife and rebellion. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, and you can side with the religious
Lord.
fanatics or the cult. Like, awesome.
You know what trips me out with this one though, and hearing about, thinking about how it all feels a lot of the same. My first thought goes to what like Saints Row did. Like I feel like that's where Ubisoft is kind of moving when it comes to Far Cry in terms of making it more and more extreme. Like with the crazy backpack thing, you got a rooster that is like its own
On crack.
like yeah. Then you have the little wiener dog with missing its legs and it's got weapons on it. Like it's going further and further down the already extreme path. And I wonder if that means like we're gonna get like some weird reboot. Like
Don't
if this
forget,
one doesn't do very well.
Ubisoft is going to Infinite Games. Assassin's Creed Infinity is coming out, or
Oh
close to come
yeah,
out. So
that is
they're
a real thing.
live service forever forever type of games, and Assassin's Creed gonna be the first, probably. Uh, Watch Dogs next, and then because those are their big ones.
And they're already basically doing it with what's the shooter series? Wait, is that them?
Hyperscape.
Did was it Hyperscape? Think I'm
That's
mixing
their
up
battle
developers.
royale game.
I forgot that was real. Is that still like attached to like Twitch and all that other fun stuff?
I didn't even know it was still alive, so
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But
somebody
my
has to
man,
tell me about that.
let me know.
You know, and
But
kind
it's
oh, you go.
no, like my brother, my younger brother. I was gonna say little, but the dude's nowhere. Like
He's
he's huge.
huge.
He's huge. But he loves the Far Cry series. I think the only one he didn't play was Primal. Like that's a game. It's for people. Like it clearly hits somewhere.
Yeah.
I just know for me with all these other games out, it would take a lot to get me into another Ubisoft Far Cry. Like
Hmm.
it would need to be I don't know what they could add to make me want to play it. Like just to want like that die hard. I need to go buy it because I don't even pick them up during Black Friday anymore. Because once again, that's a big positive I do like about Ubisoft is I truly believe in their heart of hearts they know that they kind of they don't
Crap out
stray
the
too
same
far
stuff.
from the there you go that's a way to say it. They drop their prices really quick, like and officially too. It's not like third party stuff. Like you could literally go and like they'll have a sale. Like Far Cry 6 will probably be on sale in like a week and a half,
Oh
two
yeah.
weeks. Like and not
$29.99.
and not even
Hopefully.
dissing the game, not even
No.
disrespecting it, not even let's say it was perfect. They just drop their prices like Ubisoft does that.
They
Like I
do.
haven't bought a full priced Ubisoft game in a very long time because you just don't have to wait long.
No. I will say it is kind of frustrating that Far Cry, if you go back into Far Cry 2, it had some of the most revolutionary things in gaming at the time, like minus the malaria thing, because that was annoying. Grass. If grass was lit on fire, it burnt and it can get into a wildfire situation. Guns would jam realistically if you didn't take care of them. Like, there was a whole bunch of things behind the scenes, but now it's turned into, I just did a bunch of cocaine, let's go shoot something kind of game. And I'm like, okay. I mean, it
It's the
is what it
crank of
is.
video games.
It
It's
is.
the crank of FPS shooters. Like, it's get out there.
It really
Can't
What
is.
wait
is the
for it to come to
wildest
Game
thing?
Pass.
That
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
Bro, I
Honestly,
really
I
hope.
I
no,
just realized how many games are on Game Pass that I didn't even know were on Game Pass. Like I was looking for a horror game to play, and somebody listed all these games to me, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. How much are these?" And they're like, "Oh, all of them are on Game Pass." I was like,
yeah,
"Oh,
there's like
dang."
tons. Every week I would check. Actually, every couple days I would check because they
It,
drop a ton of indie games.
mhm. Like I
It's
know
not
Sable just got
free
on there.
often.
What else?
Avengers.
Uh, Avengers, and it's on
At the same
PC and
time,
console.
Scarlet Nexus that quietly dropped.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
one was kind of
Well, no, it
shaky.
wasn't quiet. They did it out loud during the Xbox showcase
In
in
Tokyo, yeah.
the Tokyo Game
Right.
Show. They announced that. What else did they announce? Oh, they gave out like some info about how many lines are going to be in Starfield. Like it
Oh
was like
yeah,
100,000. Yeah,
it's a
they
lot.
gave out some. It was kind of juicy. Yeah, I mean, it was juicy.
It was worth losing the sleep over. Uh...
No, I'll say this. I'll say yes because it was really cool to get a peek into seeing how Microsoft is finally pivoting towards marketing to other people besides us in the West,
yeah.
and to see them run a whole commercial. And from what I seen, did not have a Series X clearly in view. They ran a whole commercial marketing Game Pass and playing Xbox games without showing the Series X, and that's because they know the console's just not going to sell there. Like,
What?
why even try to? They, I believe Fame caught it. I didn't go back and see. I want to say they had somebody in the commercial playing with a PlayStation controller Game Pass on their PC in an office. Like, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I swear that's what happened. and they had people on their phones, they had people gaming together, laptop. It was just cool to see them pivot the marketing because that's always been a common complaint with them, and it's rightfully so. You know, like it's a big world out there. You know, a lot of people want to play games. It's not just us.
That's true. God.
Microsoft, please cut me a check.
Please, I'll take it.
Hey. Us.
Us,
Okay,
that's
come
true.
on,
Us,
man.
check.
Come on, man.
Us.
Or Sony, if you're listening, you can cut us a check
Yeah.
too.
Oh, bro. What y'all need us to
Nissan,
talk
I'm
about?
using a koozie for my water from you. You can cut us a check.
I would
hell,
like to be sponsored by Icebreaker.
Telemundo 39. I'll take whatever.
Yeah.
You get. Icebreaker sours, dude.
Yeah, and then Altoids needs to definitely come back with those sours.
Oh, yeah.
You need to do it. Humanity needs you. Life has not been the same since you guys went away. And then the cream savers are coming back. If you guys didn't know,
Oh,
cream savers are coming back.
I don't like the name
You
of
don't
that.
like the cream?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
yeah.
just
I
the
mean, it's
name.
not the most tantalizing name, but it's
Dallas
tantalizing.
would be giggling like a schoolgirl over here,
Right?
If he was here,
Right? But bro,
We
go
do
ahead.
have nope, not Assassin's Creed. What the hell? Far Cry 6 review coming
Yes.
soon. So don't take our word. You could read it at level1game.com. I don't know when it's going to be out, but it's going to be out. And although we talk about games and we fairly point out, and Citizen might have something come out where he fairly points out things, don't just play the games for yourself if you really want to. Don't let our opinions sway you.
Yeah.
100%.
If you
And
won't
enjoy
spend your
what you
money-
enjoy.
There you go. Why is it so
Like,
hard for people to understand?
It's so creepy.
I would respect somebody more who came up to me and said, I disagree with your opinion about X game and I love the heck out of it and I play it all the time, than somebody who's like, I completely changed my entire worldview because of what you said in that 1 2-minute YouTube video, Snips. And I was like,
Yeah.
Like, Snips, you're a genius.
yeah. Like, well, I mean, cool, I guess.
You know what? Fame did change my opinion on Avengers recently. Because I've been
But that's
playing the
because
heck
you
out of
did
it.
what?
Have you? I'm hesitant to dip my fingers back in. I don't know if I should
the
just go
best-
back and play it on my Xbox or play it on the PC.
You know what? It's crossplay. Fame and I found that out. I was like, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. And he joined my strike team. I was like, it worked.
Can we talk about how they didn't make that clear that it was going to be crossplay? They did not outright come out and say,
Maybe
"Oh
they
yes,
felt like
and
it
it's
wasn't gonna work, so they were like, no, don't play that down, play that
Let 'em-
down.
if
And
it
then they
works,
came
it
out, they were
does."
Like, I like
But-
yes,
You know
yeah,
what?
play, baby. Woo.
We
Damn.
weren't able to matchmake with anybody else, though. That's the thing. So I don't know if that was
"Oh,
weird.
maybe that Snips."
We
once
tried
again,
several
Snips is right.
times. maybe, but that was the first
Were
night.
you able to get like a third person in your lobby if you invited them personally?
Oh, I didn't. Nobody else was playing Avengers. Only
Okay.
Fame and I.
I was about to say, I wonder if maybe it's like a cross plays, like a private party thing.
Stop. It was like,
would
no,
be
we were on
so
LFG
much
and it
work.
was empty. It was dry. Nobody was looking for anybody.
Because I'm wondering where would they pull it from? PC or console? Because I'm the host, but Fame's in there.
That's true.
What if you guys like broke it and it wasn't supposed to happen? Like, it was...
I mean, we did play last night, so it can connect.
They just haven't noticed yet.
Yeah, they have.
They're like,
They
wait a
put out
minute.
the update and they're like, okay, everybody go on vacation. We're done.
It's like, wait,
Done.
there's two people playing. No, let's not fix that because that's a glitch
Don't
in the
worry about it.
system.
Let them
No,
have their fun.
Yeah, we'll disable it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like we're
I would die.
deactivating the servers in a month anyway. Who cares?
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, we'll pull a
Ooh, do you-
Titanfall 1.
Ooh,
Right?
hurt.
My dumbass downloaded that when EA Play came to Game Pass, forgetting that it's and don't launch Titanfall 2.
Yeah, I uninstalled it off everything.
Yes. Do not open
They
it,
haven't
uninstall
updated,
it.
huh? They haven't given any like, hey, it's good now or nothing.
I think the team kind of just been like, EA needs to fix it. Like, we're working on other things, and EA doesn't want to give us support to fix it, so
Oh,
can't really do much. Chalk
Oh,
luck, you
man.
think the crossplay was patched? Then they did it quiet, man. They didn't say shit.
they really didn't, because
And if-
that
if
would be
that's what
something
they
you would
did, then
lead with.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
great. I like crossplay and cross save.
Yes.
I like all
Cross
things
save.
cross-platform. I like games to be played by people with whatever system they have and enjoy.
And it gives the games legs.
It's nice.
If there's anybody out there listening, any developers, just know it extends the life of your game, because just because everybody on, let's say, Xbox decides to stop playing it doesn't mean the game has to die, because now you got that one person. You know what it was for me? It was Tenchu Z. I got on Tenchu Z. It was a few years ago. I don't know what made me boot up the game. I used to have so much fun with it. I booted up, and there was literally one person on Earth
Oh my god.
online,
No
and
shit.
I was like, nah, no way. So I kept like refreshing and trying to find a new world to jump into, and every time it put me in a world, it was with this one person. So
Jesus.
like,
That's pretty awesome, dude.
yeah, to get on a game and there's literally only 2 people playing it
That
online.
I wonder if it's somebody who just like died at their console and like the game's just
Still
running
just dark.
forever. Yeah, nobody's ever noticed.
It's that one dev
Or if
that has
they
it.
just wake up every day and they're like, "This is the one game I like, and it's the only game I play."
Ah,
Now they sound like
Nickelodeon
Resi.
Brawl. Oh, I'm sorry.
We might not have time for that because I think our next topic is going to be a pretty beefy, and we're at 41 right now.
I'm
Oh
also
God,
pretty
we talk
beefy.
a lot.
No.
Eee.
You
Dun, dun, dun,
you're
dun,
not
dun, dun,
beefy.
dun. My
You
milkshake
handsome.
bring
It's
all up
alright.
to
This
the
is
yard
100% grade A Kobe Wagyu. Okay.
Ooh.
He said I'm high end beef. He's top tier. I'm a tier 5 beef. But no,
Oh
hey,
my God.
okay.
This is why I'm
Wait, what
glad
else?
we space out happy hour because between you and then Miss Bubbles with the D's nuts jokes, I couldn't do that every week. I'd be like, I need a time off. I need time away from these weird ass people.
Bro, she is a legend.
Look,
You know what I hate? The fact that she slow walks you into it.
She
She will
no,
slow
she
walk
doesn't
you
slow
into a
walk
joke.
into. You trust her too much.
true.
Ah,
She gets you with the innocence. She does like the doe eyes,
Yeah.
and you're just
And
like,
then-
oh, she's not like that sinister. She's not that lewd. And then bam, he's nuts joke.
these nuts. Hey, but what's crazy is she hits me with the like, oh, I want to talk to professional Baron. And you guys know me. It's like, oh, hey, what's
Yeah,
going on,
what's up?
guys? So, okay, so what do we need to do? I can in a drop of a hat, we can go from
Professional
laugh.
These nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
was
tried
like,
to
"Oh,
get
guess
me, and she's like, Baron, record. And I'm like, okay, I'm already suspicious. Like,
Yeah,
first of
right?
all. And then she's
Immediately.
like, something eating. And I was like, so I can be eating these nuts, Miss Bubbles? Is that what you're gonna say?
Like you saw the strat. Like, heck,
Saw the
backwards
strat.
going.
I saw it. She tried to juke me, and I broke all her ankles. Like, get out of my way.
Bro, and she's so serious about it too. Miss Bubbles for the win.
You know
Oh.
what people aren't taken seriously is Twitch.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot about that.
Besides Twitch getting hacked, there's also the paid to promote your streams, which but this Twitch hack is a little bit more serious because not only is it Twitch, if you don't change your passwords, which you should be changing your passwords, your Amazon is linked to that, which probably has your credit card, your Steam is linked, anything that you've put together, Destiny, Red Dead, GTA is all linked to that. So this is kind of a big thing, and our resident handsome boy that likes to show his face, our crab. What's your thoughts on this? Because you had a
Yeah, so I mean, breach of security and data integrity compromise, always a big yikes. The fact that you have a ton of stuff linked to your Twitch, like if you're especially if you're a streamer, or if you like you love redeeming all the free stuff that you get from Twitch Prime loot, right? Well, you linked your Bungie account, you linked your Steam account, you linked whatever other game that you're going to grab free stuff for, you linked it to your Amazon account. So that one password, if they crack it, can open up a lot of avenues for somebody who has the time and the wherewithal to do such things. So yeah, go change your password, set up 2FA if you haven't already. That part of it is one thing. The part that's really driving me nuts about it is the reaction from the masses about like the top earners list. Like,
What'd you think was gonna happen?
in no way was this ever private information. Like,
No.
the bare minimum that somebody gets from any subscription is the
$2.
50%. You get the $2.50, right?
Yep.
At the
And
lowest.
then the best top streamers, they have their own individual contracts where they probably receive 3, upwards of 4, a much larger cut of that $5. And then all you have to do to get a basic idea of how much they're pulling in is look at how many subscribers they have, which again is public information, and multiply those two numbers together. And that's just the base. That doesn't count their sponsorships, their ad revenue, or all other kinds of stuff. So yes, the top performing Twitch streamers are making a crap ton of money. This should not surprise you in any way, shape, or form. And if it does, I feel like you need to pull your head out of your ass and breathe for a moment, because it's I don't know how you've dealt with the smell for this long, but it's like obvious. Like, I don't understand that at all. So yeah, like, stop freaking out about that. And no, it's not some kind of like, they shouldn't be ashamed about it. Welcome to the sports and entertainment industry. Athletes and people who I don't mean this in a mean way. Please don't take this the wrong way. They don't like actively contribute to the continued existence of society. Like, it's not an essential job function. But people love entertainment, and that's why we'll pour a crap ton of money into it. So all of that money's going into this industry. The people who are very successful in it are obviously going to take a nice chunk.
Yep.
It's nothing to be mad about. It's just the way it is, and it shouldn't be surprising to you. I don't know how that could surprise
If you want to be mad about finances, look up the Pandora pages.
Ooh, what was that is the new one. I'm thinking Panama. The Panama one before. Yeah.
But yeah.
What's it called? So that's those parts aside, and the last part, the pay boost thing.
Oof.
Again, should not be surprised that Twitch is trying to monetize this. They are a company. They want to make as much money as possible, as companies do, and their decisions are going to be driven by that goal. So any new revenue stream that they can create, sure as hell bet they're going to create it. Whether or not we choose to use it is one thing. But the only issue I really have with it is they're spinning it as a way to help increase like somebody's reach, because it's hard to get noticed. It increased discoverability, I think, is the terminology they use. And it's not going to do that in the slightest. Because when you make it something that my viewer has to pay to do, I have 5 average viewers. There's X% chance that one of my viewers is going to be like, yeah, I'll boost Snips. He's a cool guy. But then you look at a top streamer who's already discovered, has tens of thousands.
They're going to get boosted like crazy.
50,000 viewers. How many of those, what's the percent chance that one of those or multiple of those are going to say, yes, boost? So it's a stupid system that's going to be a rich get richer thing, which in and of itself is fine. But when you try and spin it and present it to me as this is to help the little guy, it's not. Shut up. I'm not an idiot. Like, just blow it up in my face and say, haha, this will help the top people get better. And okay. Like, I guess it's great to be them. I'll try and get there one day, but that's really what it comes down to. But don't try and treat me like I'm stupid. I'm like, this is to help you, Snips. This will help grow your stream. Like, no,
you're the best.
No.
Not stupid. I'm slow, but not stupid.
Yeah.
What's gross to me about it is you're no Google. They are not.
But they are Amazon.
They are Amazon. When I say they're no Google, I'm talking about in terms of reach, as in like, hey, I Google Baron J67 and literally any and everything I've ever done pops up in Google. Why would I pay to boost? Why would I pay to boost for
this
within Amazon's eco? Yes, that's the problem, because you boost on YouTube, it ends up in Google search, it ends up like, it's so many different things that goes into it. You get a lot more for your money, especially in terms of reach. I'm literally paying to boost within this ecosystem in itself, and that's the
way I understand it works is however much money you spend gets you so many thousand like additional recommendations or suggestions for somebody who's like looking at their list of like, it's the streamers you follow, and then it shows you recommended or suggested, and then like channels we think you might like, kind of thing. So it's to put you in that bracket in that many more people's Twitches when they're browsing who to watch.
Now, I'm gonna tell you this. I will be honest with you. The only way in my eyes that it would have some serious value, not just bashing for the sake of bashing, is if I get to pick what games and what genre of content that when people pay to boost, those are the people that I get pumped into, because this is where the tag part can come into play. So if it's done that way, which I don't know how it's done, I haven't looked into it at all, that in my opinion wouldn't be so bad, because now it's a strategic push and not just, well, you paid $50, so let me go spend $50 worth of your just throw you out there. If I get to tailor it maybe to language spoken, to country, to city,
That won't
to
come in for
like,
another like 3 years.
yeah, but this is what where
Should be.
and once again, this is all Google, or at least Facebook ads as well. But that's the only way I would feel comfortable putting money into that. Like, if I would be able to specify, because then it's a strategic attack and it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys are watching this and you're thinking of doing it, we're small streamers here. If you want to support a small streamer, take that $50 and actually just donate it.
Yes.
Boosting us in the stream will not help. Giving us $50 will go a lot farther than that will. I love you guys, but this is a scummy business move from a scummy company.
It's not to say I won't be mad at you if you do it.
No.
Yeah. I'm gonna be grateful.
Thank you.
Yes.
But while you were doing that, somebody watching, or like 8,000 people watching Shroud probably all did it at the same time.
Exactly.
So it's
like if you feel the need to support, I would prefer you don't spend your money. But if you feel the need to support, there's other ways to do it. Like I would rather have you guys as my community than, oh yeah, you're boosting me up and then now we got to put money into hiring mods for the hate raids or something like that.
Ooh,
so there's the whole nother
they haven't
level.
even addressed that.
No, because that's what they do. Twitch will do something to take your mind off of that. This is going to be worse for people because you're going to get people that spam it, and then people are going to get hate raids, and it's going to be awful. Twitch doesn't care though. We know that. Oh, it's our obligatory King Arthur saying the floor hugger is so fine. You got to add Kevin in there. You got to get a little sis in. Because look at him.
Don't put words in this man's mouth, okay?
Because Chakalaka says, you give me a run for my money in the beauty pageant department.
I got beef with Chakalaka, okay? This man tries to invite me to come on his show, but he only does it the day of, like a few hours before he needs me to be there. So he's like, hey man, can you be on my show in like 2 minutes? I'm like, what the? No, I have crap to do. Like, dang it.
You know what? We can't be too mad at Chakalaka because he did give us the last $64 to meet our extra life goal, which is November 6th. So,
yes, good man. Fantastic, upstanding citizen all the way around.
Yeah.
And he's big ballin', ladies. I don't know. Wait, is he married or something? I don't know, actually. Chakalaka, are you married?
I mean, the fact that he has a CRT TV.
This man bought a PS5 from a scalper. Okay? He got it like that.
I love Chocolate. We love you. If you want to check out Chocolatica's latest review, it is the Deathloop review, which is he cranked it out in 4 days. Excellent work, Chocolaca. But you guys know, it's that time of the. I almost said year. It's the time of the day. Nope, it's the time of the show. We gotta give you some suggestions, and I'm gonna talk a little slower here so people can pull up their lists.
Yes.
Make sure to leave your comments. Oh, Chakalaka is single and ready to mingle. That's something I haven't heard since the 90s.
Dang, get it, ladies. Hit them up. DM's open.
Leave us your suggestions. And is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Okay, Baron, if your DMs are full of nudes, you know who it is.
Oh Lord. It was one time. No, okay. So my recommendation is, I just started a new anime and I'm like 5 episodes in. How a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom. I know Snips is proud of me for actually knowing the name.
I'm proud of you. Good job, man.
Win. We get a win. But yes, it's on Funimation. It's really dope. It starts off typical, how do you say it again? Isekai? Yeah, I said it right again. Look at that double win too. We're shooting 100. But It starts off that way, typical, going to a new world, but then you find out that he is a very down to earth and realist like businessman. So he is just trying to save the world in the most rational way possible. Like and it's actually really good.
I think this one's
Then
on. I think.
it's a light harem, but not
Ooh.
extreme. Like it's not super fan servicey. Like in any way, like at least so far, it hasn't been super fan servicey. 5 episodes in, you would have think by now somebody would have tripped and fell and like, oh, and
I'm stuck,
that hasn't
stepbrother.
happened.
Can you see? Is this the right one? Can you see that? Is that?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
That is it.
I have that one on my to watch list.
It's actually pretty good, and I want to say it's like 16 episodes. I could be wrong, but that, and then of course go watch Squid Games. And gaming wise, dude, I'm not gonna say I will say this: if you have Game Pass, yeah, New World, of course, but if you have Game Pass, go and try Battlefield. Like, don't just take our word for it. Go and see what we're talking about, and then make sure to leave a solid review if you can. I don't know if that's an option. I didn't see it, but send them something. Like, let them know we want better.
Hit him
We
up on
want
Twitter.
this. Yeah, we want this Battlefield to do well. Like, seriously want it to do well. All right, I'm done.
And the man, when he smiles at you and gives you the head nod, it feels like a proud papa moment. And he's also a triple or a double A Wagyu beef that you know you want to cuddle up with at night.
He's definitely a rare drop.
Oh, Citizen Snips, the man himself. What do you have for us this week?
So, all right. So I've been working on. I don't if y'all saw my tweet. I think I mentioned this last week as well. I've been working on clearing out my currently watching list for my anime, which was up at 14. I think the last time I mentioned it last show. It's down to 10 now. So I've knocked out 4 shows that I was watching. That was Battle Game in 5 seconds after meeting. The Idaten or Deities No Only Piece, Digimon Adventure, and season 5 of Hero Academia.
Ooh.
If you haven't been watching Hero Academia, go heck and watch it. What's wrong with you?
It's really good.
Digimon Adventure was nice for a little bit of the nostalgia. I think it was, and again, I haven't rewatched the original in a very long time. I want to say it was worse than the original. Like way too many recycled animations and like stuff that just, I don't know. It seemed like it bounced back and forth between like we're trying to be serious threats and like weird random episode, and I don't know. But it was nice for the nostalgia of it. I was like, I remember being young and consuming this to unhealthy levels. The Idaten Deities show, so I finished it. I know it's setting itself up for another season. It's 11 episodes. I don't know if I'm going to go and watch the second season if and when it releases. I like the show. I like the premise. I like the animation. The story itself is pretty neat, but it's one of those shows where it's unnecessarily like horny in like super detailed way, and like in not even in like a normal like up to of age people kind of thing. No, it's like it does weird stuff. Like there's these two. They're like demon human hybrids, right? So they try and pass them off as demons, but it's essentially them like way too explicitly showing you children who they're raising to like help them have more demon babies, and so they like
I don't like that.
They're like 5 years old, and they're doing like, and they're way too like implying it would be one thing, and like to imply it and move on, like I get it, but they're like way too graphic about it, and I'm like, they're so unnecessary, and it's creepy and weird. And I know they're sitting there like, it's okay because they're demons, they're not human. And he's like, no, but you drew them like humans, and they're no, it's just weird. I don't know, it creeps me out. So as much as I like everything else about the show, I don't know if I can continue on past that.
That's fair.
Jobless Reincarnation was another one like that for me. Really cool show, beautiful animation, beautiful art, has an awesome story. But it's an isekai where you have a 30-some-odd-year-old man reincarnated into a child's body, and he's doing like non-consensual things with other children girls, and I'm like,
no,
it just doesn't. Can't get into it. Yeah,
not okay with that. So,
ugh.
Don't watch those.
Don't watch
those. If you want the nostalgia, go watch Digimon.
Yeah.
Finish My Hero Academia 5. Demon Slayer is coming out very, very. Is it today? When does it
the
start?
6th?
It's either today or the 10th, I think. They start airing what's going to be a 7-episode arc to cover the movie Mugen Train, because it was canon material. So if you didn't have a chance to watch the movie, watch that arc. You will not be disappointed. I know they're going to do it justice. It was really great in the movie, and if they stretch it out a little bit, I think they can make it even cooler. And then I've been watching an anime called Back Arrow that's on Funimation. That's a pretty nice, mindless. I guess it's almost like a robot battle anime kind of thing.
Ooh.
So you can check that out. That one's pretty neat. So that's for to watch. To play, still been playing a lot of Destiny 2. Play some Battlefield and give us your feedback on it. I really want to know about that. And then the last thing I can give you guys as far as a movie, I've kind of been in my old school Kung Fu movies flick.
Nice.
Which I'm very saddened that Amazon Prime removed a lot of stuff that they had that I took for granted for very, very long.
Right.
That now you either have to pay to rent or it's not on there anymore. At least in the U.S. region. I don't know if Canada's different or whatever.
A lot of old
Five
school...
Deadly Venoms. Go watch
that
the
might
Five
be on
Deadly
YouTube.
Venoms.
Most of them are on YouTube. Most classic Kung Fu, like legit, like you're not scumming it.
Dude,
or
Amazon
anything.
Prime had them all. Like I literally spent an entire 8 months watching one every night, and I like went through one night, spent 4 hours just adding them all to my queue, and then I watched every single one every night. It took me like 8 months to get through them all, and now when I'm going back trying to rewatch some of my favorite ones, it's like, oh, available for rent for $3.99 or no longer available in this area.
Yeah, that's,
Like,
yeah,
it's
I hate
frightening.
that.
Like
But
I want to say the flying
Five Deadly Venoms. Go watch that one.
Like the
Vintage
Flying
classic
Guillotine.
Kung Fu. It's amazing. Oh yeah, Flying Guillotine. Good too.
Yeah, that's on YouTube for sure. Like I watched that. Not too long ago.
Chakalaka says, "No Time to Die" is finally in theaters this Friday. Thank God.
I can't wait.
Ooh, that's right. Yes, yes.
Here, if you live in Canada, some theaters may not still be open. Do not, as excited as I am to go watch it, do not risk it if you can't. I'm pretty sure there's a site or two that you can find it, maybe the day after.
Legally, of course.
Legally, of course.
I mean,
You know,
Always.
they have the movie
some
license.
streaming service.
Oh, it's
We can neither
I wouldn't be-
confirm nor deny.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's put on a streaming service because it is a Sony movie. So
No, it's true.
I wonder if HBO Prime, what is it, HBO Plus or whatever, might have
HBO
it.
Max.
Max.
I think is
Yeah.
their one.
Thank you.
Dallas
Shows you how
says
much I use it.
Scarlet Nexus on Game Pass, and Chakalaka says it will be on Prime. So No
nice.
Time to Die.
I did enjoy the Scarlet Nexus demo I played, so I do
It's-
want to play that at some point, especially now that it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, if you like Nier or like Final Fantasy, yeah, you're gonna like it.
Oh, for sure.
So for this
Chaos.
since it's October, I'm gonna try to give you guys give you spooky as we go through the month. Except for this one. This is Gakun Babysitters or School Babysitters. It's about a junior high, and then he becomes a high school student, and his 2-year-old brother, their parents die, and he has to go into this prestigious school. He's given a spot, and there's a daycare in the school, and he has to kind of, with everybody else, raise the kids in this daycare. It's a slice of life. It's adorable. There's Sundere girl that, I don't like you, but I do like you kind of thing. It's adorable.
Always.
I would recommend reading this, but there is an anime. It's the Jinji Ito collection.
Ooh, very
It's
spooky.
it's spooky. The mangas are way better than the anime. The anime is a shot-for-shot remake with no soul in it. But if you want to watch it, you don't have time to read the manga. But Jinji Ito is probably one of the most prolific horror writers in manga because his
Ever.
are so. It's more body horror and cosmic horror than I'm just gonna murder you. So Jinji Ito all the way. For games, Tales of Vesperia, it's leaving Game Pass soon, so go play it. And because we need some spooky stuff, Evil Within 1 and 2 are on Game Pass as well, so you guys can go enjoy those horrifying nightmares. And tell me what you think of Laura. I love her.
Oh, and speaking of that, because it is Spooky Game Month, I do plan on streaming a spooky game. I've narrowed it down to the Medium or Resident Evil 7.
Do 7.
So if you guys are interested, I have a poll going in my Discord right now to decide which one I will play. Feel free to shoot me a DM, hit me up, let me know if you want to cast a vote, or come join the Discord, of course, as well. You're always welcome to help me decide what I should play. I've heard Resident Evil's the scarier of the two.
100%.
It depends. because Resident Evil, you kind of hit the beats where it starts to get very predictable at some points, but it's still like
Oh yeah.
horrifying. Uh, and but Resident Evil 8 especially has a twist in it that you're like, no, I don't want to play this anymore. But it's at the end, so you're like, I'm ready there.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I've heard that from everybody that there's a point of like, whoa.
Yeah.
Makes you itch.
And since it's still relatively new, we're not going to spoil it on air, but if you guys want to hear about it, let me know. You guys are awesome. Again, send Fame some love, some care, and tell him that he's Daddy Sugar Scrubs. If you want to call him Daddy, you can. You guys are
Dallas
awesome.
too, I guess.
Oh yeah, Dallas is not Sugar Scrub though.
Yeah, he's not the Sugar Scrubs.
Tomorrow we have Take Two. Friday, Peep Games. Saturday, Ready Press Play. Oh my God. Sunday, Star Quest Gamers. Monday, 15 Minutes of Fame if he's feeling up to it. Tuesday, Ready Press Movies. Cogs is coming back. Probably not. I will be honest. Probably not before the year's over. Just to. And Wednesday, we're back at 2XP. You guys are awesome. We all stream. Well, I don't stream much anymore, but we all stream. Citizen streams. Baron streams when he's up at 5 a.m. We love you guys, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Don't do anything bad, and you guys got any party
got that New World juice, too. He knows.
Annyeong!
Peace!